Hello, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, May 14th, and we're going to continue to ask and answer questions. When we ask and answer questions, guess what? We gain greater understanding and we remember things better. So anytime you read a text, I want you to make a new habit to ask questions before, during, and after. We're going to do an organizer. I've attached it to your assignment. Of course, you can just write this on paper if you want. Don't forget your heading. And today's title, it should be about ask and answer questions. Today, we're going to focus on answering some of these questions, but when we're answering, I also want you to think about the question itself. These are some strong questions. These are questions where we have to go back to the text. They're not easy peasy questions. They're not thin questions. They're ones we have to go back to the text and find the answers. Now, the first question we're going to ask is, what is the text mostly about? And we can find that answer, we can ask that question before we ever really start reading, because we know how to find out what the main idea or what things are mostly about just from looking at the title, looking at the picture, and reading the first few words. We will already know what the text is mostly about. So we're going to go back to another screen here. In today's book, we're going to read Caterpillar to Butterfly. So there's our title, Caterpillar to Butterfly. There's our table of contents. Now this first one is just a teaser. It's to try to get you to read the rest of the book. It says riddle, what starts with an egg, then walks on many legs, and then uses wings to fly. And we know it's a butterfly. Beautiful butterflies. Butterflies are fun to watch. They fly with loops and dive. Some have bright colors. Some have bold patterns too. So there you have it. We already know what it's mostly about, don't we? Let's go back to our paper here. And I'm going to type it in. It's kind of cheating, huh? I want you to write it in with your very best handwriting. Make sure all your letters are resting on the baseline. But all we're going to write is one word. We're just going to write what this text is mostly about. There you go. B-U-T-T-E-R-F-L-I-E-S, butterflies. That's what we answered before we ever started really reading the text. We just knew right away from the title, the pictures, the first few words, that this was going to be a text all about butterflies. Now, during the time we're reading, we should be asking these questions. What did you learn from the text? Or we should say, what am I learning from the text? And what is one awesome fact? We could also be thinking about this question, what question do you still have? But that when we mostly would be answering at the end and not during the middle. Let's go back to our text and keep reading. Four stages. It is also fun to watch butterflies change. They change a lot in their short lives. In fact, there are 4 stages in a butterfly's life: egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. And this is kind of butterfly is called a monarch butterfly. And when you have the word stages, it tells us that stages are steps of how something grows. So there are 4 stages to a butterfly's life. Could that be one of our most important details? Yep, we'll go back to it in just a minute. Let's keep reading for a little bit. Stage number 1, egg. A mother butterfly lays many eggs on a leaf or branch. Each egg is close to food, caterpillar food that is. And here's some examples of some different shapes of butterfly eggs. Caterpillar. The tiny caterpillar bites a hole in the egg. It crawls out. The caterpillar is very hungry. The caterpillar eats its shell. Then it eats the leaf it is on. The caterpillar moves to another leaf. It eats that too. The caterpillar grows and grows. It gets too big for its skin. It sheds its old skin like a snake. The new skin fits for a while, but then the caterpillar is too big for that skin too. Caterpillars shed their skin 4 or 5 times. That's an interesting detail that I didn't know. Stage 3, chrysalis. By now the caterpillar is ready to rest. It hangs upside down. It sheds its skin one more time. The new layer is called a chrysalis. It is a hard shell. Inside the caterpillar is changing. It stays in the chrysalis for 10 to 14 days. Stage 4. Butterfly. The chrysalis moves. It splits open. The butterfly wiggles out. Its wings are wet and crumple. Blood pumps into the butterfly's wings. They get bigger and harden. The wings dry. Now the butterfly is ready to fly. Have a good trip, butterfly. Let's go back to our paper now. And so we're kind of in the middle of our reading right now. So far, what have we learned from your text? What have you learned so far? I kind of like to think about this as like the main ideas or the main details, I should say, that are supporting the main idea of butterflies. Here's what I'm going to write. There are 4 stages to a butterfly's life. Because so far, that's what the book's been all about, right? There are 4 stages to a butterfly's life. You can write that same answer if you'd like. Or if you want to write something else that you've learned, you could write that as well. I'm going to come down to here. What is one awesome fact? There's some pretty good ones, huh? We could write down that a caterpillar sheds its skin for 5 times. I didn't know that. Did you know that? That when a caterpillar grows bigger, it leaves its skin behind and grows new skin so that it can keep getting bigger. It can outgrow its skin. How funny is that? Okay, let's go back and finish and see if we can find at least one more interesting fact. Time for lunch. The butterfly doesn't eat plants like a caterpillar. It has no mouth. A butterfly drinks nectar from flowers. It drinks juice from fruit. A tube on its head works like a straw. Slurp. Cool facts. Number 1, butterfly wings are covered with tiny scales. Number 2, the world's smallest butterfly is the blue pygmy. It's the length of a pushpin from wing to wing, so only about 1 inch. Number 3, butterflies are found all over the world except in Antarctica and the driest desert. Number 4, there are about 17,000 kinds of butterflies in the world. Number 5, butterflies taste with their feet. They have taste sensors there. Number 6, the world's largest butterfly is the Queen Alexander birdwing. It is as long as a ruler from wing to wing. So fun. And that says back off. Caterpillars and butterflies are tasty snacks for predators, but they have tricks to keep predators away. Look at this one. Can you even see it? Oh, there it is. You know that word. Camouflage. Good job. Here's another thing that we know is when you see red, that can mean that it's poisonous. That's right. So it would be deadly for somebody to eat that. Camouflage. And so sometimes it looks like other things. That's interesting, huh? Moth or butterfly. Moths and butterflies look alike, but here's how you can tell them apart. Butterfly. The antennas are thin and have little knobs at the end. These antennas slim to a point and look like feathers. Oh, interesting. Their bodies are slender. Here's their body down here. Bodies are fat and furry on a moth. They can be brightly colored. Most fly during the day. Most moths are brown and they like to fly at night. So interesting. Bring butterfly to you. You can bring butterflies to your backyard. Make a butterfly garden, but first you have to ask an adult for help. Here's what you'll need. Plants that are local to your area, plants that bloom at different times, orange, purple, yellow, pink, and red flowers, flowers that are clustered together, flat-topped flowers, sunny spot for butterflies to rest like a flat stone, and wet or watery spout for butterflies to drink. Chemicals which can kill butterflies and caterpillars, so stay away from those. No chemicals. What in the world? These pictures show close-up views of butterfly things. Use the hint below to figure out what the picture is about. So that's a fun game we can do. Interesting. Look at this one right here. We know what those are, huh? Yep. Hint. It's an all-day eater. So we know that that's the caterpillar, huh? It's covered with scales. That's the wings. There's the antennas. There's camouflage. This is the chrysalis. Big changes happening inside. That must be the chrysalis where the butterfly is forming. And we know that must be an egg. Good job. So that was our story today. Here's the camouflage one. They drink sugary nectar. Uh-oh. There, a bird is the predator to a butterfly. And here's stage 3, remember, the chrysalis. All right, let's go back and see if we can finish our paper now. We could write another awesome fact. There were so many of them, wasn't there? Some things I didn't even know about. Did you know about it? I'll write one, you write one. See if they're the same. Oops. Mine says, butterflies taste with their feet. What does yours say? I can't wait to read it. What question do you still have? What do you still want to know about butterflies? I'm thinking, what do I still want to know about butterflies? They told us a lot, didn't they? Here's mine. What kind of flower do they like best? So now I wrote my own question. Is it the kind of easy peasy question, or is it something I'm going to have to look up? Yeah, it's not an easy peasy question. What kind of flowers do they like best? That's a good one, huh? That's a stronger question, or maybe it's even a thick question, because maybe there's a lot of flowers that they like best. Good job at getting your writing assignment done today. Has to do with helping us become stronger readers by asking and answering questions. And you did a great job of writing down all your answers, so that helps you with your writing. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. And